every level of owning a 7-Eleven, from broke cashier to $10 million empire. Let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. There are people in America right now who own 30, 40, 50 7-Elevens. They are not celebrities. You've never heard their names, but they're worth more than most doctors and lawyers you know. And the path to get there is actually simple. It's just brutally hard. Today I'm walking you through every level of owning a 7-Eleven, from the guy running the register at 3 am to the empire builder with a private jet. I'm Ravi, and look, I have to be transparent. My people basically run the 7-Eleven game in America. Walk into any 7-Eleven in this country and check who's behind the counter, who's checking the books, and whose name is on the franchise papers. This isn't outside advice, this is inside baseball. Let's go. Level 1. The cashier, where almost everyone starts. You're making 12 to 18 bucks an hour, dealing with drunks at 2 am and kids trying to buy vapes with fake IDs. Most people look at this job and see a dead end. The smart ones look at it and see school. Because if you're paying attention, you're getting a free education in how the entire business works. What sells? What doesn't? What kills margin? What the actual profit is on a big gulp versus a cigarette pack. Most cashiers don't take notes. The ones who do are the ones who own the store in 10 years. Level 2. The manager. Now you're running day to day. Inventory, schedules, dealing with corporate reps. You're making 50 to 70 grand a year. But more importantly, you're seeing the numbers. You know what the store grosses. You know what the owner takes home. And this is the level where the seed gets planted. Because you're doing 90% of the work and you're seeing the owner take home 90% of the money. One day you look at your paycheck and you think, wait a minute, I should be doing this. That's the moment level 2 ends. Level 3. The first time franchisee. Welcome to the deep end. To buy your first 7-Eleven, you need somewhere between $100,000 and $1 million, depending on the location. The franchise fee alone can run $50,000 to $300,000. Corporate provides the building and real estate. In exchange, they take about half of your gross profit. Half, but a good 7-Eleven does about $1.5 million in annual revenue, and a solid first-time franchisee can walk away with $80,000 to $150,000 a year. Not bad. But here's the truth nobody says. At this level, you're not rich. You're self-employed with a very expensive job. You work 70 hours a week. You're the cashier when the cashier doesn't show up. You're the janitor when the toilet overflows. Your kids know you exist because they see your car in the driveway at midnight. This is where 70% of people quit. Level 4. The two-store owner. Now the game changes. You've proven you can run one. You've built the relationships. You've saved enough to buy your second. And here's what nobody tells you. Buying your second store is way easier than buying your first. Corporate knows you. They trust you. Sometimes they'll come to you and offer you a distressed location because they'd rather have you running it than close it. Your annual profit jumps to 200 to 300,000. And something else changes. You start hiring real managers. You stop being the cashier. You stop being the janitor. You start being the owner. This is the level where the wealth starts stacking, because now you're building a system that makes money, not just making money. Level 5. The multi-store operator. Somewhere between 5 and 10 stores, everything changes. You've stopped being an operator and become a CEO. Area managers, bookkeeper, lawyer on retainer, commercial real estate agents who call you first when a good location opens up. Your annual take-home is between 500,000 and $1.5 million. You're taking real vacations. Your kids are in private school. You bought your parents a house. And here's the crazy part. You realize the real money in this game isn't in the stores. It's in the real estate. So you start buying the land under new locations before you build the store on top of it. Now you're collecting rent from your own business. Now you're taking depreciation on buildings you own. Now you're playing a completely different tax game than the guy with one store. This is where generational wealth actually gets built. Level 6. The Empire Builder. Now we're talking about people you've never heard of. 15, 20, 30 stores. Annual profit between $2 and $10 million. Net worth between 20 million and 100 million. Mostly because of the real estate portfolio underneath. They are not running stores anymore. They are running an organization. CFO, COO, Director of Operations, Real Estate Acquisitions team. And the wildest thing about this level is how invisible they are. They drive nice cars, but not flashy ones. Nice houses, but not mansions. They understand that visibility is a tax. And they've quietly built empires while everybody else was chasing status. Level 7. The Area Developer. This is the top. So rare that most owners never meet somebody at this level. At this stage, you don't just own stores. You own the development rights to entire territories. When a new store gets built in your zone, you get a piece. When another franchisee sells, you have first right of refusal. Net worth is 9 figures. You are effectively a partner to the corporation. Your kids will inherit not just money, but ownership structures that will pay them and their kids for the rest of their lives. This is where the game stops being about you and starts being about your bloodline. So there you have it. Every level, from the guy running the register to the guy who owns the whole region. And here's what I want you to walk away with. Every single person at every single level of this game started somewhere. Nobody was born at level 7. The guy running the register today could be the empire builder in 20 years if he plays it right. And the empire builder was standing behind that same register in 1985 with broken English and a dream. The path is right there. Save aggressively. Buy your first store. Prove you can run it. Buy the next one. Buy the land. Repeat for 30 years. That's the whole formula. Most people won't do it because it's slow and unglamorous. There's no clout in owning a 7-Eleven. Nobody's going to write a Netflix documentary about you. But your grandkids will grow up in a completely different world. And that's the real return. If this hit you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who thinks a 7-Eleven job is beneath them. I'll see you in the next one.